Hello my dear students, hope you are learning through all these video lectures and you enjoyed your previous video lecture. So let us recapitulate. This I have already told you, these were the learning objectives: need, meaning, characteristics, branches, difference between bookkeeping and accounting, objective, advantage, limitation, uses of accounting information and qualitative characteristics. So let us recapitulate what we did earlier. We have already done the meaning of accounting. It's an art of recording, classifying, summarizing in a significant manner and in terms of money, transaction and events which are in part or at least of a financial nature and interpreting the results thereof. This is according to AICPA. Now as per this definition, these were the characteristics. It's an art of recording. We have already done that business will record all those transactions which are affecting business. A recording of financial transaction only. Financial transaction means only those transactions which can be which are in financial in nature are to be recorded in terms of money, which can be converted in monetary terms. So these two are almost similar. Monetary terms means, like for example, if a business purchase 100 units of a particular item, suppose they are dealing in leather, and suppose they purchase 100 sheets of leather, then you won't be able to record that. Why? Because you cannot convert that, you are not converting that in monetary terms. So if you want to record that, it has to be converted in a monetary terms. Then classifying, you know the meaning of classification. Classification means you are classifying or segregating the transaction on the basis of their nature. So all similar type of transactions are grouped together. Then summarizing, you are concluding the results of the business, calculating profit or loss. Then interpreting the results. Interpreting the results means you are conveying the results to the users by making some analysis and communicating the results to the interested parties. Now today we will be doing bookkeeping and accounting, relationship between bookkeeping and accounting. Let us see the meaning of bookkeeping. It involves identification, measuring and systematic recording of all business transactions in such a way that the required information is available accurately and instantly at any time of the year. So let us see each and every word of this definition. Bookkeeping involves identifying. What is the meaning of identifying? Identification means, first of all, you will identify whether this particular transaction is an economic transaction, it can be recorded, it is related to the business or not. Then only you will be able to record that transaction. Then measuring that particular transaction in monetary terms. If it is in some other unit, then you have to convert that in monetary terms. You cannot record directly in terms of unit or liters or kgs. You need to convert that in money terms. And systematic record of all business transaction. So let us see the meaning of the systematic record of all business transaction. Systematic record means, like for example, let us see what is unsystematic before doing systematic. Like for example, if a businessman starts his year from 1st April 2000, let us say 19, and his year ends on 31st March 2020. Now in this case, suppose he's doing recording date wise. Like for example, here on 1st April 2019, he invested money as a capital into the business, and he has borrowed money from bank, and all these things he is doing, he is recording on date wise. Like for example, 2nd April, then he purchased machinery on 3rd April, paid rent. So likewise he is doing all the incurring expenses, office expenses, buying furniture. So what he is doing? He is recording all these transactions date wise. He is making sales. Suppose he is receiving interest. Some money is being deposited in the bank as a fixed deposit. So on that he is receiving interest. So he is recording all these transactions for 365 days. So how he is doing the recording? He is making recording date wise. He is not segregating a transaction. So if you want to know the sales in this particular year, total sales sigma, then he will have to add up all the sales throughout the year, and it will take a lot of time, and it is quite possible that he can commit mistake while calculating total sales. Likewise, if you want to know the total amount of office expenses, then again it will be a very tedious job. Likewise, if he wants to know the record of properties, valuables, like for example, if you want to know the details of furniture, details of his land, then it will take too much time in searching the date of purchase, and then only he will be able to tell the amounts. So all this process, if you go through this process is very time consuming, and moreover it is not accurate. So what are the drawbacks of this system? That this process is very time consuming and not very accurate. So just to avoid this, what he is doing, he has started maintaining a systematic records of business transaction. How systematically? He is making a separate record of sales. This is systematic recording. Separate record of sales date wise. Separate record for cash. He is making date wise. Likewise, he is making a separate record of all the expenses. Like for example, he is making a separate record of office expenses, separate record of payment of rent, separate record of salary, separate record of purchases. So if you want to know the total purchases, you can easily calculate total purchases by adding this. If you want to know sum total of office expenses, you will be able to calculate sum total, or at any point of time if you want to know, you can easily calculate. Likewise, this is very important element in a business. You can easily calculate the cash position of a firm, sales position of a firm, purchases, salaries. So this way the firm is making a systematic record. So what are the benefits of maintaining systematic records? The information is, number one, accurate, and number two, it is promptly available. So I hope these 2 points are clear to you. Now let us move to the next characteristics, measuring. Identifying, measuring and systematic record of all business transaction. So you understand the meaning of identifying. Identifying means, first of all, you have to check whether this particular transaction can be recorded or not. measuring that transaction in terms of money, that a particular measuring means that particular transaction must be convertible in monetary terms. So let us see this also. For example, you are giving an appreciation letter to one of very important employee of your firm. So in that appreciation letter you will write that this employee is very punctual, he is following the orders, he is a very honest worker. So if you provide this letter to this employee, you cannot convert this in monetary terms. So this is a non-monetary element, though this is related to the business. Related to the business, yes, but it cannot be converted in monetary terms, so therefore it cannot be recorded. I hope this point is clear to you. So, identification, measuring and systematic recording of all business transactions in such a way that required information is available accurately and instantly. Instantly means promptly, that information must be available at any time of the year. So I hope the meaning of bookkeeping is clear. It involves identifying, measuring and systematic recording. Only these two parts are there: systematic recording and systematic recording. So let us see the features. Identification of financial transactions. So first of all, you will identify a financial transaction, whether it should be recorded or not. Measuring the transaction in terms of money, whether this particular transaction can be converted in monetary terms or not. Like for example, I gave you earlier also this example. Suppose there is a dispute between the production manager and sales manager, so that you won't be able to convert that particular fact in monetary terms. Recording the financial transaction in the books of account, you are recording the transactions by following proper principles of accounting, classifying the recording transaction and posting them into the ledger. Classifying and posting means you are making a systematic records. So this is bookkeeping. Now as per the definition of accounting, let us see the definition of accounting once again. If you see this definition of accounting, it's an art of recording, classifying. So accounting is not only these two features, it has a feature of summarizing, analyzing and interpreting the results. So while bookkeeping has only two characteristics. What two characteristics? First character is it records and classifying the recording transaction and post them into ledger. So what will happen after that? After that your accounting will start. So this is more comprehensive term which includes bookkeeping. It is a broader term which it includes bookkeeping. Beside bookkeeping, it also includes the following: summarizing. What is there in summarizing? Yes, you already have an idea of summarizing. In summarizing, you will conclude the results. Conclude the business results. Business results means you will check whether firm is earning profits or suffering losses. Business cannot survive if they are continuously running into losses. So it is the right of the business to earn the profits. So in summarizing, you will see whether business is going on the path of earning profits or suffering losses. Initial years, you will find that business may have losses, but in the later year, gradually these losses are converted into profits when you establish your business, when you establish in the market. So in summarizing, you will see the financial position also, whether the sum total of your properties is more than your liabilities or not. Liabilities means the amount which you are required to pay to outsiders, and these are your properties. You have a right. Property means building is your property, furniture is your property, cash balance, bank balance, your furniture, all valuables of a firm are properties of the business. So this should be more. If this is more, then the financial position of the firm is strong. But if this is the opposite sign, it means the financial position of the firm is weak. So this you will know through accounting. So it is summarizing and then analyzing and interpretation. Analyzing and interpretation means you will analyze the results. Let us see the meaning of this analysis once again. Analysis means, like for example, if you observe that through this classification that your office expenses are, you are spending too much money on office expenses. So you will start analyzing these expenses, that how to reduce, or what is the item on which we are paying more. Suppose you realize that you are paying too much amount on stationery. You are spending too much amount on stationery, then you will look into this matter. You will try to purchase stationery in bulk. What is the advantage of buying in bulk? Definitely you will get some discounts, and when you get discount, your cost of production will reduce. So this way you will be able to analyze the results, and then interpreting the results. Interpreting the results means interpreting means calculating some useful information through the results. So like for example, you can make the analysis of sales of 10 years. You can make a graph also, whether your sales are increasing. Like for example, suppose in 2000, you can make this analysis 15, 17, 18 and 19. So here you are showing sales and here you are showing years. So this is your sales graph. You can see your profit graph also, whether your profit graph is increasing or decreasing. So you are interpreting the results so that it could be easily understandable to the users. So you are clarifying the results, you are interpreting the results in a more simple language, and then communicating. What is the meaning of communicating? Means conveying the results to the users. Who are the users? Yes, users, you already know that management wants to know the result. Why management is interested? Because they want to see the impact of the new policy which they have introduced during the year. Likewise, investors want to increase their earning. They are interested in knowing the results. So all these are interested parties. Bank want to see whether firm will be able to repay their money or not. Government want to see whether firm is earning sufficient profits so that they will be able to earn the income through taxes. Likewise, your suppliers. So all interested parties are interested. So this result will be conveyed to all the interested parties. So I hope the difference between bookkeeping and accounting is clear. So accounting is a wider term which includes bookkeeping. If you observe the first two features of accounting, what are the first two features? Recording and classification. Recording and classification comes under bookkeeping. After that, third, fourth and fifth feature comes in accounting. So what is the third feature? Third feature is summarizing. Yes. Then interpreting. and analyzing and then communicating. So accounting involves all these processes, out of which first two processes are known as bookkeeping. I hope the difference between, or the relationship between bookkeeping and accounting is clear. You won't be able to do accounting unless or until you have done bookkeeping. So both are interdependent on each other, but this is a more wider term which includes bookkeeping. Now let us do the meaning of the term accountancy. It refers to the systematic knowledge of principles and techniques applied in accounting. It emphasizes us as to how to maintain the books of accounts, how to summarize them, and how to analyze and communicating the accounting information to various users of accounting services. So it's a systematic knowledge of principles, means study of accounting and accounting principles. So what you are doing accountancy. You are studying, you are acquiring the knowledge of various accounting principles, techniques applied in accounting. It emphasizes us as to how to maintain the books of accounts, how to summarize them, maintenance. So you will be in 11th standard, you will be learning how to maintain the books of accounts, how to summarize, how to calculate the results of the business, and in 12th standard you will be learning analysis and communication of the accounting information to the various users. So according to in the words of Kohler, accounting refers to the entire body of theory and practice of accounting. So whatever knowledge you acquire in accounting, this is done through accountancy. If you see the name of the book, it is written accountancy. So accountancy means it is giving you the knowledge about the various accounting principles. So I hope these terms are clear to you. Now let us move to the next section. Next is, and this is the last topic of today. Last topic is objectives of accounting. Yes, objectives of accounting. So to keep the systematic record of business transactions, here you will be keeping systematic records. So I hope you understand the meaning of systematic records. Systematic record means grouping of similar transaction at one place and maintaining all the proper records so that accurate and correct information can be obtained very easily without wastage of time. To calculate the profit or loss, this is also an important feature of accounting. Through this you will be able to calculate the results of the business. To know the exact reason leading to net profit or net loss. This is from the point of view of the management. Like for example, if they implement a particular policy in their business, the result, like for example, if they extend their business or they are giving some sort of discount, what is the impact of that on the profits of the firm? To ascertain the financial position of the business, financial position means the assets or properties of the business must be more than the liabilities. Then you can say that you are running your business successfully. You are capable of meeting your obligations or liabilities on time. To prevent and detect errors and fraud. This is also important. You cannot make accounting according to your own wish. You have to follow the accounting principles. So when you are making a systematic records, it will prevent all types of errors and frauds. Fraud means all those activities which are done knowingly. You cannot hide your profit. Sometimes business used to hide their profits. Why they hide their profit? Because they don't want to pay the taxes. So in that case, you have to check. This is to be checked by chartered accountant. to provide information to various parties. I hope this point is clear to you. Various parties means various parties who are interested in knowing the results of the business, to ascertain the progress of the business from year to year. So year to year means, this I have already told you, that if you want to know the sales, whether your business is growing or not, like this, from year to year, if you want to know, in that case you will be able to do that through accounting. So I hope whatever I told you today, it's clear to you. What we have done today, we have done the relationship between bookkeeping, accounting and accountancy. The basic part, the basic summary of this is that bookkeeping is a narrowed down. The first two features of accounting are bookkeeping, and the next comes under accounting. So through this, by learning today, doing today's lecture, I hope you will be able to find out the difference between bookkeeping and accounting. And then accountancy also, we have done the meaning of accountancy also. And then after that, we have done the objectives of accounting. So I hope objectives are clear: systematic recording of transaction, to calculate profits or loss, to know the results of the business, exact reason which leads to net profit or net loss, to ascertain the financial position of the business, to prevent the detection of errors and frauds. So I hope everything is clear to you. That's all for today. Stay healthy, stay fit, stay at home. God bless you all.